All right, right now we're going to City Hall. That's where Mayor Cantrell is holding a news conference, giving us an update on recovery efforts and the aftermath.
Happening on the ground and the additional capacity that's being built by way of linemen coming to the city and working very intentionally across neighborhoods with distribution lines and the restoration of power. Just glad to see the progress that continues to be made day by day, and of course more on today. I am cautiously optimistic that the timeline that has been provided by Entergy will be complete by those deadlines, but even I am expecting more sooner rather than later, but we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, and I can tell you that is the sentiment on the ground with our linemen really working very hard to beat those timelines. Entergy is projecting nearly full restoration by September the 8th, next Wednesday, but as I've said, you know, we're really working hard and pushing to ensure that we're seeing restoration sooner rather than later. Even as power is being restored and we're seeing steps towards that, we do recognize that not everyone has it, and therefore the stressors are remaining and can be more traumatic to our residents, particularly those with some special needs. So beginning on tomorrow, we will be offering daily transportation assistance to residents who wish to temporarily relocate to public shelters that have been available and determined by the state of Louisiana and those partners. So starting tomorrow, 9 a.m., this is for our general population. We focused on our elderly special needs on today, but on tomorrow, 9 a.m., from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for all those who are interested in voluntary movement being transported out of the city of New Orleans. The RTA will be running pickup operations at the 12 sites, particularly all those that have been familiar right now, familiar by residents utilizing them throughout this post response. The Treme Center, the Cutoff Rec Center, Gernon Brown, Milne Rec Center, Stallings, Lyons, Joe Brown, Rosenwald, the Allie Mae, our senior center there, Engine 4 Firehouse on Dowman Road, Arthur Mundy, as well as Level Up campaign. The addresses will be made available. But these are the locations that we will utilize, again, picking up our residents who wish to be transported to public shelters identified by the state of Louisiana and that are fully operational. The RTA buses will take you from the pickup locations to the convention center. This is our plan that we executed pre-storm and really on that post-storm and held until it was necessary to do so. So at the convention center, our folks will be registered and transported to state-run shelters, as I indicated. Our residents should understand once they get to the convention center, they will then board coach buses and be transported again to state-run public shelters in northern Louisiana or in another nearby state such as Texas. But locations identified by the state and who will be prepared and ready again to receive you. The New Orleans Health Department, kudos all the way around to the men and women who have been on the ground and helping our health department coordinate directly with our senior housing facilities and complexes around the city of New Orleans. As I mentioned, this started early this morning. The outreach, of course, started prior to with these centers and coordinating with them to ensure that we, the city, would go directly to these locations and transport our people. There was no need at all for our seniors to go to a remote location to therefore be transported out. This is a real example of meeting our folks where they are. We have been in constant communication with these privately ran facilities, with their managers, and being provided the necessary transportation to get them out. FEMA, as I mentioned, activated the Transitional Sheltering Assistance Program, and I just want to say thank you again to the President as well as to Madam Secretary for making sure this happened. We also saw progress as it relates to insurance companies that were preventing policyholders from activating their loss during this time when they had to remain outside of the city of New Orleans at our request. So we're just happy to see that has been dealt with, and information regarding that has been communicated and will continue to be communicated to policyholders across the city. We know Allstate and USAA have moved that forward.